Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. There's Porter. We got a shower valve that's leaking. First, we're going to try to identify where it's leaking from. Let's pull this off, and we're going to run the tub in the shower. See if we can tell where it's leaking from. Nothing leaking from there. Get this over. Nothing leaking from there either, You see it's leaking, but I don't see it leaking. I see some water coming out now. Alright, I got some water coming out from there. Alright, let's see where that water's coming from. Looks like it could be the diverter spindle down there, but we're going to take off the handle and expose all this and see if we can straighten this out. So you can't really tell, but you can see it coming from the bottom down here. So this, first things first, let's take off the handle. Some of these handles, these are plastic handles, so this one is anyway, so this is pretty easy. Or maybe it's metal. We'll find out in a second. It's metal. It is metal. Put that over there. Close my stopper so I don't drop any screws down there. Take off this little scutcheon. I'll see if I can see where that water is really coming from. Looks like the diverter spindle. Alright, so let's get this water off. Take off the handle, take off the covering, change out that diverter spindle there. Sometimes they could come out easy, sometimes they won't. So let's see what we got. Once I take it off completely, I'll be able to see exactly what's going on with that diverter and that spindle in there. It's a long screw, so just take your time. Some people use power drills, but if you're not in a rush, just take them out nice and gently. Let's get this other one out. That out. Let's examine this a little bit better now that we got it out. Where's that flashlight at? Oh yeah. See the water coming out right here. You guys can see that, but there's water coming out the bottom down there. Alright. First things first. Because we're not changing the T10, we don't have to shut off the water. So normally if we had to change this T10 spindle, we have to take off these two caps. And there's two Allen keys that go behind here to shut that water off. But because we're not changing this, we're changing this, we don't have to touch that. So, but you are going to need one of these. This is the newer Symmons tool. And on the top it says T-25A, if you guys can see that, T-25A. So this takes out the older ones and the newer ones. So if you have the older style, it may not work on the newer style. But if you have the newer style tool, it does both. So let's pull this out. I only used this like maybe 5 times since I had it. So put it back in the case. So it comes like this. That's all you're. But I'm using this right here. See that? If I get lucky, I could probably. I'm not gonna do it that way because it's just being lazy. Take this little strap off. Let's take this out. And try to keep this all together. Oh boy. Hello? Hey, good. Uh-huh. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Sorry about that, guys. I'm always getting calls for information and things to fix and how to fix them and all that kind of stuff. So that's gonna happen. I just gotta find out what size Allen comes off of this. I think it's this one over here, the last one that I need. So let's take this whole thing apart. Keep my pin. Take that. So this is how this tool works. Let me show you how it works the right way. So you take this tool. You could use that little piece to hold it together, but I'm not going to do that. Theoretically, this little pin right here goes between here, but I'm not going to. This goes into here, so you get this snug in here, nice and snug, just like that. Now once you get that in there, you slide your little rod over here, nice and gentle. We're not in a rush. Like that. Now this pin will go in the middle of this to keep it from kind of moving around. So let's get this to line up. So we got that lined up like that. Perfect. So now we're going to put some gentle counterclockwise pressure, keeping this straight and firmly in there. Not to cock it, just keep it straight, and we're going to gently turn it. So let's see if this works. We're going to hold it like this while a little bit pressure in and turn. Just like that. And once you cracked it, spin it out. Keep the thing on there until it comes all the way out. And I tell you why, because you don't want to lose it. So once it comes out, put your finger, pull it out like that. Nice and easy. Now, this part is a little tricky because sometimes you can't get that out. But if you get a small enough screwdriver and you put a little friction on it, you can get that out. So it's a little piece that comes out too. So get that little metal piece out the way. This little piece here. I don't know if you guys can see that little piece. The new one comes with a new one. You could use the old one if you want. It's not wrong, but it comes with a new one. So just kind of take that out the way. Just so you don't have to fight with it. Now get your screwdriver. This is plastic, so kind of put it in and almost got it. Here we go. Now just pull this out. Just like that. That's your diverter. So you got that. A lot of times the water's coming through this gasket right here. Sometimes you might find this damaged or worn out, or this could be worn out a little bit here, but this looks like it's intact. So we're gonna discard this one, and we're gonna use this one, the Symmons TA-25A. Now, brand new in the pack, hasn't even opened it yet. Open this bad boy up. Let's get this bad boy going. So we're just gonna cut this just like that. Open that up. Take your time because you're not in a rush. Nobody's in a rush here. Accidents happen when you start rushing. So, same way this came out. I always like to face it so these two little teeth are down, but it's going to line up once you spin the spindle around anyway. So the spindle's going to line, this piece here is going to make it line up the right way. So when you get this little brass piece right here, let me show you what I'm talking about. Once this piece goes in there, the teeth are going to line up the right way. So it's going to kind of line up the way I'm talking about anyway, but put this in first. Some people like to do it simultaneously. You can do it like that too. But the reason I don't do that way, I don't want to lose it. But let me show you how you could do it too. Hold on. Let's directly put this together. Let's put this together like that. So now you got that like that. Now if you're going to shove this in, keep your finger or your thumb behind this so it goes all the way in. A steady pressure. Keep pushing, 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 push, push. Don't let go till it's all the way in. It's in. Now it's in there. Now, you already did the hard part. Take this piece, gently screw it back in, nice and slow. Don't strip anything. Nice and slow. Keep it even. This part here might have to come out a little bit. I just want to keep this so it doesn't strip. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. If you feel too much pressure, then more likely you're stripping it. So now I got it in there. It's nice and even. I'm just going to kind of tweak it just a little bit. Just like that. Don't have to over tighten it. Take that out. That's it. That job is done. Take my tool apart. Keep it on the side just in case you need it again. We're gonna test it for leakage. Just gonna turn this on. As long as I don't see no leakage coming out of there, which I don't. Looks pretty good. What do you think, guys? No leakage coming out of there. Shut the water off and put it back together. These valves, you can never get these to sit straight. Sometimes that's probably the best you're gonna get it like that. Let's do it this way. Get my screws, get my plates, my screwdriver. Sorry about that. Keep my scutcheon over here. All right, let's do it this way. Step one foot in the tub. Make sure this thing fits in that groove. It only fits one way, so you just gotta find which way it goes. Takes a while to. Well, let's do it this way. Take this off. Let's find out where this piece is at. Like I said, it only goes one way, so if it's upside down, then I gotta spin it around. So take the hat off so we can get your hands and head in there. Let's see, it helps to look at what you're looking at. I think I might have put it upside down, but it spins around. Yeah, it is upside down, so it just spins around anyway. You just gotta go like this. Or, hold on. Use your screwdriver and do it. Makes it a little bit easier. There we go. I can't get past this little arm in the way. That's what's causing me to. So once that's in there, now it only goes one way, so you physically can't do it wrong. You shouldn't be able to do it wrong. If you find yourself forcing it in, then you're doing something wrong. I just gotta get this back in here. So get this sitting vertical. Slide that between the plate. So you're sliding this between the plate. Just like nice and easy, because you're going between the plate but behind the scutcheon. It's like that. You got that piece there, that keeps that in place. And it's behind this. So this is between the two, it's between this and that. Now just get this right there. I'm making it look easier than it should be, so always start your 2 screws first. There's a reason why you do it that way. You want to start 2 screws first, just like that. Now before you tighten it all the way up, take this little scutcheon and put it in there. I do it this way, but everybody does it differently. But I like to get the scutcheon in first before I tighten it all the way up. I just hand tighten this, just like that. Don't over tighten it, just hand tighten. Now tighten these up. And you want to kind of, usually there's a piece of styrofoam that's behind this to keep the water from going in the back. somehow that's not there. Hopefully there's no water leaking behind that, but we can always just change that later on. That's not a silicone can work, you know, plumber's putty could work. You want a watertight seal between this and that, basically. So this got a little play, so just tighten up a little bit more. Don't want to crack the plastic. That styrofoam helps keep it in place too. Now this is a little bit more. I don't want to tighten it too much. Okay. The footer's there. Now, get the screwdriver, because you need it one more time. Switching over to flat. This goes back on. It's like, there's no cap. There's supposed to be a little cap that covers that screw, but it's not there. Now sometimes what you could do, if you don't want this thing to corrode, put a little bit of Vaseline on it. There you go, see that? A little bit of Vaseline. Plumber's grease. But that just keeps it from, that keeps this from kind of fusing together. So that way, if you ever take it off again, it's a little bit easier. Don't tell no one I told you this though. It doesn't hurt anything. A little extra Vaseline can't hurt, right? Just right in there. How about that, guys? What do you think? Now, if you want to watch me put this tool back together, let's see how this thing goes. I got my little strap. I got this, and this. So, if you can see what I'm doing, I'm going to throw this through here first. There's like a little ball bearing on it on the end of it. I'm going through this one next. I'm going through this one last. It doesn't matter which one you do, but I just do it that way. Now my little strap is right here. It has like a little Velcro little thingy. So all I need to do is do it two different ways. I'm just gonna go through the loop so it keeps it all together. Going through that little loop. Like that. Once I go through here, I just gotta pull it tight and it keeps it all in place. So nice and gentle, no rush, because you nice, a little bit more, snug it. Right about there. And just wrap it, and the Velcro sticks it in place. So now you're just like that. Stick it back in this package, and then it's ready for the next one. I gotta spin it the other way, so no, do I have to spin it the other way? Well, let's see.
Hi, can someone please check out 12A? She has a clogged toilet filled.
Copy, 12A. You know what, I do gotta go the other way, because and that's just a matter of spinning this around. That's all. I'll just take it and flip it like that. It's easy enough, because the tool only fits in one way. Off to the clogged toilet next. Looks pretty good from here. Let's see. Are we still not lining up? Maybe I just gotta spin. I don't know how I did it last time. Last time I must have had a different skill level. Let's do this. Maybe I had a different skill level last time. I was on my A game last time I put this in here. You have to kind of line these up. And it's just a matter of spinning them. Like, just spin one left, one right. It's not. So what I can do before I put it in, I think that's going to work. That's going to work. Mm-hmm. All right. That's good enough. Now it fits back in the pack. The object of the game is to get these indents to fit. If you, I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing. If you spin this way, it doesn't fit. So it has to be, you know, it's an easy fix once you know how to do it. You don't have to take the whole thing apart. You just have to spin it left or right, and you have to figure which one is longer than the other. But guys, that's it. We could do one more test for final operation, turning it on and check the diverter, but we don't have to do all that because we kind of figure out what's no leaks on the touch side, no leaks on the diverter side, so we're good. We have just saved the company about $350 from calling the plumber. Yeah. I know plumbers charge for diverters, but they don't come up for cheap. Yeah, a plumber come up to change a diverter. He's charging you for the service call, the labor, the pot, the time. We got $350 to $400 just to change a diverter, somewhere around there. This pot, scrap metal, or keep it in case you lose one. Always keep that. You never know, you might need it. It could be a spacer too. This old diverter, if you really want to get technical, you could buy that little O-ring, the same size, and I'm telling you, it does work. If you buy the new O-ring, the same size as that one, will fix that problem, just so you know. Don't say I said it, but you can get the O-ring. Instead of changing all these all the time, you can just change the O-ring and it still will work. As long as these plastic teeth are still in place and this piece is still in place in the back, everything's still in place, the O-ring is where the water's coming from. But don't say I said that to anybody, because it might take a lot of people out of business. All right, guys, catch you on the next one. There's Porter.